Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Personal Finance or Personal Money Management. We're going to flip the classroom a little today. It's day one, and I'm not there. And so I'm going to walk you through a couple things and tell you what we're going to do today. And then our sub's going to take over, and Mr. Jones is going to help out, as I'll tell you about in a second, if things go as planned. So I actually am on the board of an organization called Scottsdale Leadership, and our monthly board meeting is today. But I will be back tomorrow. Today, we're going to do some things in class that'll just get us set up so we can hit the ground running in the next few days. Tomorrow, we're going to go through the syllabus together, talk about what it means that this is an ACU class. This is a college class. In the first couple weeks, I'll walk you guys through how to register for it so you all get college credit. Every one of you will want to do that. It's really important. I'll explain why, and then we'll go through introductions, we'll go through my background, get to know you better, and then I hope what you'll get out of this, even though it is a college class, so there is a syllabus we have to go through, but I hope what you'll really get out of this is life application and things that'll just be burrowed into your mind that you'll hold on with for the rest of your life, so you don't end up like the average normal American that spends their whole life trying to dig out of a mess. And so it's a fun topic. I love this topic. And when I introduce you, or when I introduce myself to you in this capacity, I'll explain to you why I'm passionate about it and why I think it's awesome that you guys are taking this class. I really think if you apply yourself and pay attention and participate in the discussions and ask a lot of questions, I think this class could have a really big impact on your life. So I hope you'll consider doing that. Let's talk about today. There are 5 things I want you to do today in a short amount of time. The 2 most important are Mr. Jones is going to help you get set up on Schoology. Hopefully you got the email and brought your device with you. If you didn't, you'll survive. But if you did, you're going to be a step ahead. He's going to help everyone get logged in and set up on Schoology. Schoology is our learning management system. When you go to college next year, your classes will be in a learning management system. So this will just be great practice for you. I'm going to run it just like that. Everything we do is going to be through Schoology. Your pre-assessment, your homework assignments, your printouts aren't going to be printed out. They'll be in here. And some discussions you'll do on the computer as well will be in Schoology. So get used to Schoology. Take advantage of Mr. Jones today if he's able to make it in, and let's get set up. If you didn't bring a device, such as a computer, you'll want to eventually get set up on your computer, but I think he can answer this better than I, that he can get you hooked up on your phones. So that's the first thing. Let's get you connected to Schoology. Once you're in Schoology, there is a pre-assessment in there, and that pre-assessment is under materials, and when you go to materials, there's a whole bunch of folders, and all the way at the bottom of that list, I'm looking for it now, you can't tell, but I'm looking on the screen now, is something called Financial Literacy Pretest. So make sure that you start that. It is not for a grade. There is absolutely no reason to collaborate on this or try to get the right answers from somebody else. There's no judgment on this. Pre-assessments are so that I can get an idea of where we're at the beginning of the semester, and then at the end of the semester show you how much you've learned. So don't stress about it. Guess what you think the best answers are. Process of elimination, it's multiple choice, but take it serious. Don't just rush through it either. So get set up in Schoology. Once you're in Schoology, take the pre-assessment. I'm also going to have them hand this out. This is a book we're going to read together. It's very thin, very easy to read, but it is an awesome book. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. It's told in story form, and all of the basic financial tenets and principles that we're going to talk about and learn are covered in here in a fun story. So we're going to read this together and discuss it during class. So I do not have any problem in this class with you all trying to get ahead. Whether you're reading ahead in the textbook, this should be what your textbook looks like. You'll want to bring it every single day with you. Or whether you read ahead in this, I don't care. But on this, when you read it, make sure you're actively reading, which means make sure you're annotating, writing notes, underlining things that sound important to you. Okay? So what I want you to do today is take this book. I know you're not in kindergarten, but write your name really big on the inside cover, please. You will leave these behind in my class and other places on campus, and I'll make sure you get them back if you do that. So everyone write your name in there. Do not forget that. I will check. If I think of it, if I don't forget, I'm going to hand out name cards too. we'll just use these for a couple weeks. I know most of you, but it'll help me out. So write your name on the name card. You can decorate them up if you want, make them your own, but let's use name cards for a couple weeks. I also want you to buy a journal. It doesn't have to be huge, a Barnes & Noble journal, but make it something special. Don't just buy a typical composition book, because I want you to hold on to this journal forever. It can be one of those little small journals like you see at Barnes & Noble, or it can be your typical kind of journal with blank paper in it. But buy something unique and special to you. Go ahead and text your mom or dad and say, hey, I need to get a journal for personal finance from Barnes & Noble or somewhere that's kind of cool or different. Or you're all old enough to drive yourself, so you can pick it out yourself and make it unique to you. So those are the 5 things. Schoology, get hooked up. He's probably already working on it. Start the pretest. Write your name in the book I'm going to give you. Create a name card. If I forget to give them to him and hand them out, use a piece of paper and make one. And then go buy a journal. I'll walk through the syllabus tomorrow and all the details and how the grade works and what we're going to learn, and we'll do all of that over the next couple days, okay? Let's see how much of those 5 things we can accomplish today. I'm super excited to do this class. I've done this for a long time, not here at SCA, but in different capacities, and I'll explain that all tomorrow, and we're going to have a ton of fun. So right on. See you tomorrow.